Hey, come walk with me. All right, very good morning, and let's have another walk. So last week I talked about why I walk, and today I just wanted to talk about a slightly different topic, which is what happens when you walk but you don't really think about the destination first. And the interesting thing here is most of the time we consider walking a mode of transportation. Like you would take a train somewhere, you take a car somewhere, and the main point is just getting somewhere. So the first instinct will be to grab your phone and check maps, and if it says okay, walking is the fastest way to your destination, then maybe that's the one that you would choose. But in some cases it's also good to just go ahead, have a walk, and see where you end up. And today I just wanted to explore that for a while. So first things first is, of course, I had to decide on a starting point, and I took one which is up the mountain, because that at least makes things go downhill. I hope not for this video, but and also it's a bit easier to walk. But the thing is, you find some things and then you let your feet decide where you want to walk. And in this case, last time I thought that I was walking in a bit of a noisy place, and I just wanted to explore something a bit quieter. So now we're in, let's say, the back street here, and that makes it easier to think and easier to hear me, I hope, with this setup. So anyway, there's no destination today. We'll just walk until the thoughts run out, and then that'll be the end of it. But for now, let's just think about what would happen usually, right? Like usually you would think, okay, how fast do I get somewhere? Is it far enough, or is it too far for me to walk? And mostly also, what's the point of walking if there's no destination, right? So when you get started on a walk like this, and you just want to connect maybe with the city, you want to have a look around, maybe also if you are into taking photos, you want to find some interesting compositions, then what guides you if there's no destination? So in my case, what oftentimes happens is, okay, there might be interesting light here, for example. Well, today the light isn't that great. It's quite cloudy and overcast, as you might see. But is the light interesting? Does something look interesting to photograph or to explore more? And whenever you get to a junction and you have to decide, do you go left or do you go right? Which way do you choose? One more thing I find interesting is whenever you choose to be a tourist, and that can be in your home city or it can be in any other city, is I find myself walking in the middle of the road, because it's much easier to get an overview, and everything looks more symmetrical. For safety reason, of course, it's also a good idea to just walk on the sidewalk and maybe keep to the rules. So one of the hardest things is when you've decided to go on a walk like this, is to avoid the itch to pull out your phone and start doing something with that. Because as soon as you have your phone out, then of course there's your notifications, there's your social media if you have any, there's 1,000 things, and they really take you out of the walk that you might be wanting, or the connection that you might want to get with your city. So from my perspective, it's important to not take out the phone, but it's also very, very hard. And in this case, last week I didn't even bring my phone. Today I brought it because I had some notes on there and I wanted to check on them. But if you can, leave it at home. Obviously, if you're traveling, then you might have your tickets on there. It's not always that easy to just completely ignore your phone or to leave it at home. But what you could do is, of course, you could just go ahead and switch it off and put a barrier in between you and that easy way of having access to it. Obviously, if you have a destination, then it's easy to say, okay, I want to reach there and I have to reach by maybe a specific time, and that's the reason why I have to walk fast, or I can walk a bit slower, or maybe even take a break in between. But obviously, without a destination, then the question becomes, should you walk faster? Should you walk slower? What do you want to look at? Looks like the sun is coming out for a bit. That's nice. It's kind of hard to get a good composition with this building, even though it does look interesting. Maybe I have to come back a few more times, and that's okay. So obviously, if you don't consciously choose where you're going, and you might just find something that looks interesting. Like I said last time, you don't even have to have a reason for it, or you could let your camera be a reason, and just see how it goes. Oh, would you look at that? Nice and sunny. So at some point you might be wondering, what am I even doing here? So maybe you just took some time for yourself, or maybe you just consider it self-care. So anyway, I don't know if this is a very efficient way of doing things, but anyway, I know for myself this is a good way of exploring a city, and let's just say, even if you don't have a destination in mind when you get started walking, you will always still find a destination, and maybe that is an interesting place. So with that said, I think we're going to leave it here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.